Hey, what's up guys, this is Hasnan and you're watching Training Codes. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine, and in today's video we are going to talk about how to make a hero animation. We are going to talk about the basics of hero animations. Now before we go ahead, the question is, what is hero animation? Now the hero animation is nothing, we are going to wrap a widget into the hero class, and that hero class is going to transit or give some animations to that particular wrapped widget. When we are going to tap that, it is going to get navigated from one page to another. Okay, now in between of the navigation from one page to another, that particular widget is going to have some transition. It's going to be something like on the first screen it is going to be have some bigger image or a bigger size, and while going to that next page it is going to get some smaller size. So for example, we have an image of 600 width and on the first page, and on the second page we are going to have that same image of 300 width. Okay, so between the two pages transition from going from one page to another, it is going to reduce the size from 600 to 300. Now the width is going to be get decremented gradually. Okay, not like on the spot. Okay, so if you take a look on the screen, it is going to be something like this. So it is not going to take the width, like first it is have 600 and on the second page it has 300. So it will goes to the 600 to 599, then 598, then 560, then 550. Same like that way, it will reduce the number from 600 to 300 in the between transition of two pages. Okay, now you can just maintain the speed of the animation if you want by just using the page transition or by controlling the page transition speed. Okay, that can easily be done by using called a time scheduler. In the scheduler we have a time deletion as a variable, and we can just use that to transit from one page to another. Okay, so normally this is taking 4 seconds. Okay, 4 milliseconds to do that, and the speed is 4.0. Okay, so if you'll just take a look, then it is going to have inside the 4 milliseconds it is going to complete the transition from going one page to another. So let's go ahead and understand this and make this beautiful. Okay, so the very first thing what I'm going to do in my app is I'm going to open up the pubspec.yml file, and inside the pubspec.yml file I'm going to add this image so that I can use that into my app. So inside the asset I'm going to use this image res/tn.png. I have created the res folder, and inside the res folder I have added tn.png. Okay, now to know how the animations work, we will just go ahead and take a look on the documentation of Flutter. So what we'll do is we will create one class that is going to be a class as photo hero class, and it's going to build this kind of tree. Okay, the widget tree is going to be something like this. So we will create a size box of 600 for the first screen. Okay, and for the second screen we are going to use 300. So on the first screen we are going to have an image as bigger, and on the second screen we are going to have image as smaller. We will wrap that image inside the hero class. Along with the hero, we have to wrap that image into the material class, and along with that material class we have to wrap that into the inkwell. Okay, now the hero provides the animation. We need material is because we need to show that particular widget in between the transition of the page. Okay, if we don't do that, the image will be lost in between the transition of the page. And we use inkwell is because we need an on tap and we need a splash of click of material look. Okay, and we have to wrap that image into hero, material, and inkwell. Okay, so we will create a class called photo hero which will be accepting the parameters The first parameter is going to be the width of the box size, the second is going to be the photo URL, and the third is going to be the on tap for inkwell. Okay, so let's go ahead and create that class. So I have my app open over here, which is totally blank right now, and my scaffold is accepting the body. But before we create a body, we are going to create one stateless widget class. Okay, and the stateless widget class name is a photo hero. Okay, and the hero, the photo hero class is going to have first we're going to create some variables for that. So the variable is going to be a kind of total three variables, and the first is going to have a final string of a photo, which will be taking the photo URL. Okay, and the final void callback. This void callback is going to be on tap. Okay, so with this function or this variable will be holding the code of on tap, what we have to do. Okay, and along with that we are going to have a final of type double, which is the width of our size box class. Okay, so we created the parameters. Now we will initialize that into the constructor, so that we can make two pages dynamically. Okay, and this is basically the syntax. We have to wrap the parameters into the curly braces. Now this curly braces means that these parameters are optional. If you don't pass the parameter, one of the parameter, then it's fine, it will work. Okay, and this dot width, we will also implement the key so that we can take that as like we can identify the page, which page belongs to which widget. Okay, and what's wrong? Key of type key, why it is complaining us? I don't know, we have to take a look. I guess the problem is okay, I'm sorry, it should be something like this, and we're going to call the super for this. Okay, so here we have a super, and it is going to accept a key so that we can identify it easily of key. Okay, and it's going to be this one. Okay, so we can create as many pages dynamically by just passing the parameters. So for now we have a blank thing over here. So what we will do, using this class, we will create the we'll create the UI right over here. So the body of our first class, that is the body of this particular page, is going to create a new UI that is going to be our photo hero. Okay, and photo hero accepts three parameters, that is going to be a string, photo URL, and the photo URL is going to be something like the image. Okay, and the image is going to be have res/tn.jpg. okay, along with that we have width of the size box. So for first page we are going to have a 600. So for now we are not going to have anything on the screen because we have not implemented this class completely. So we will build a UI over here, and it is going to return something new centered class, so that our image will be centered. Okay, so what we'll do is instead of center class, we could have used the centered over here, and we will wrap the widget with a center, and it is going to have a child as this one. Okay, so the thing will be centered when we implement this photo hero. So we are going to have a size, as I have just shown you inside the we will first have a size box. Size box will have child as hero. Hero will have a child as material. Material will have a child as inkwell, and inkwell will have a child as image. So just go ahead, open up and use the size box. Size boxed. Okay, and the size box is going to have I'm sorry, a size box is going to have a child. Okay, and that child is going to be our hero. So new hero, and hero is going to have a child as material, so new material. Okay, and material is going to have a child as a new inkwell. Okay, and this inkwell, a new inkwell, and this inkwell is going to have the child as a new image along as we have just seen into the, and that image is going to be from asset, so the image dot asset. Okay, and the asset is going to be our photo URL. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and paste it. So for now what we are doing is hero is returning a complaint, and obviously the tag is required. It's returning a complaint. Okay, so the tag is going to be our photo URL. So to uniquely identify the hero which belongs to which, we need to have that particular photo URL. Okay, so if we will just go ahead and take a look, or we restart our app, we are going to have a basic UI ready onto the screen. Okay, so we got an error over here is because we are just passing this as a URL. It is not going to be a URL. It is our it is not a string, but it is our I guess the variable. So it is going, it should be something like this, not into the single quote. So that's what we got an error. Okay, so still we didn't got is because the size box should have the width as width. Okay, go ahead and save it. Still we don't have the image, and the missing thing is child photo here. Photo URL is something like this. Let's restart our app. So here we go, we have the image displayed on the screen. So we'll just take a quick look what we wrote the code as. See, we have created the photo hero class, which is going to accept three things: the photo URL. Along with the photo URL, we are going to have on tap callback. So when we click on this particular on tap, it will be navigating us to the second page. Still we have not implemented that. We will implement it soon. And the width of the particular image, which is 600 for right now. If I go ahead and make it 300, it is going to change the width of the photo. So just 600 over here. So in this page, the body is going to be centered, so thing will be centered over here. Is going to call a new photo hero, that is this class which we have created, and this photo hero accepting three parameters. The first one is photo URL, so it is going to display the photo and the width of that. And over here we have written the size box width given as 600. So what we pass over here is going to get affected into this. Okay, so this is how we can create a dynamic pages by just passing the parameters. Okay, and this is the best way to create pages or whatever the different widgets you want. Okay, so the material class is going to have an inkwell. Okay, so for now we have created the basic UI, but what about the on tap? So now we will go ahead and just use the on tap. When we tap somewhere on the photo, or on the image, it should navigate us to the new page. Now what we're going to do is we are going to create that new page using the photo hero class as well. But before creating the UI, we should navigate to that page. Okay, so we will use a navigator and you'll use the same context of which we are getting from here right now. Okay, and we are going to push, so use the push so that we can get navigated, and we are going to use the material page router. Okay, and this page router or the page route is going to be a null, and the type is going to be null, and inside that we are going to use the builder. Okay, because we are going to create a new UI, and every particular UI or every page should have build context so that it can build a tree of the widget. Okay, so we will create a build context, or we will pass the build context over here as a parameter. Okay, and it is going to have a context as its object name, and inside that we are going to create a new UI. So it's going to return a new scaffold. So basically we are going to create a new page. It return a new scaffold. Okay, and a scaffold is going to have app bar. So the app bar is going to be something new app bar, and this app bar is going to take a title, and it's going to have a new text, and the text is going to be a second page. Cool. And we are going to create a body directly. Okay, so the body for our app bar is going to be new container. Okay, new container class, and the child is going to be our same photo hero, so that we can use the we can display the photo and the width of the photo. And along with that, on the second page also we should navigate to the first page as well. So the children is going to have a new photo hero, and we are going to use the same thing right over here. We're going to format it, and we're going to save it. Now what will happen is on the first screen, when I just click over here on this particular page or on this particular image, it is going to navigate me to the new page. So navigator of it's going to take the same context, and it's going to push me over the new page. Okay, and we are going to create a new page when we are going to get navigated, and that page is going to be a scaffold. Inside that we are going to have an app bar with the title of second page, and it's going to have a container of the container with the photo URL and the width of the photo. So let's see whether we are getting navigated or not. I click, and okay, it is not getting navigated because right over here we should implement the width or the on tap. Okay, we implemented the width, right, but we didn't implemented the on tap for the inkwell. So nothing will happen if I click, because the on tap right over here is having nothing right now. It is not initialized. So on tap for this particular inkwell, this is the parameter of inkwell, is going to accept this on tap. Okay, so this on tap is coming from here, right, and this is giving to this on tap. So when we click on that, when we tap on the photo, it is going to run this code, and this code is navigating to next page, and it is creating a scaffold, an app bar, and the photo and the size of the photo. Okay, so just go ahead and save it, and let's try. See, can you see that we are getting navigated from one page to another? Now even the hero animation is also working cool, but what we'll do is to make it more clean and looks better, we'll just change the size. Okay, so we created the 100, and let's reload. Now if I click cool, can you see that? So this is how the hero animation works. But what if I click on tap over here? When I tap it on here, it should take me to the second page, or it should take me to the first page. So again, I will create an on tap, and the on tap is going to have the navigator, a navigator, and this navigator is going to use the off same context, okay, and the context is going to pop. So the page which is pushed right now, or which is top onto the stack, will be popped. So again, we will be redirected to the first page. Okay, so let's try. If I click on the air, okay, it's not going to work right now, but if I click over here, it's going to navigate me back. Okay, so this is how the animation works. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new over here, please make sure you subscribe so that you get a new video or you will learn something new, and make sure to click on that bell icon, so when I just release the video, you will be notified and you won't miss the important video or about the Flutter. Okay, so for this video, that's all. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye, take care.